from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
The Highland Springs community comes together to mourn one of its own. We'll tell you more in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. It's brought to you today by the Barnes & Deal Law Firm.
And now for the news.
Hundreds of people gathered last night at Highland Springs High School to mourn the death of Jaheim Dickerson, the 16-year-old student of the school who was shot and killed early Saturday morning in eastern Henrico. Dickerson was a standout player on the state championship Springers basketball team. His friends, family, and teammates described him as bright, fun, loving, and loyal, someone who had an infectious smile and intense competitive spirit. Members of the team presented his mother, Jennifer, with the number 1 jersey he planned to switch to next season. She said he will be buried in it. Dickerson's mother moved the family from New York to Virginia to give him a better life. She told those gathered last night she worked hard to become a nurse and do everything she could to provide for him, saying, quote, "He was my world. It just hurts that I moved out here to give him a better life and he winds up being taken away from me," end quote. We have much more coverage from last night's prayer vigil right now on HenricoCitizen.com. The University of Richmond recently earned a $12,000 grant from Virginia Humanities to help fund a multifaceted project that documents the history of the Greater Richmond Transit Company. The grant was one of 6 totaling $52,000 awarded for projects that highlight local stories from communities throughout Virginia. UR's project documents GRTC through the lives and careers of its pioneering African-American bus drivers, mechanics, and their families. It includes oral history interviews, photo documentation, organization, and digitization of GRTC's archives, and the creation of 3 site-specific works of art based upon the interviews and research. U.S. Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger's office has now eclipsed the $15 million mark in casework funds returned to constituents in her 7th district, including more than $4.4 million since the beginning of this year, as a result of some substantial cases involving small business owners. Casework dollars include backlogged benefits from agencies like the Social Security, Veterans Affairs, and Medicare. Other funds are delayed IRS refunds and emergency loans for small businesses. And the Virginia DMV is now offering birth, death, marriage, and divorce certificate transactions at its 14 DMV Connect mobile service centers throughout the state. To learn where those centers will be located on a given day, visit dmv.virginia.gov. A man suffered injuries yesterday after being shot in the 1900 block of Mechanicsville Turnpike right on the Henrico-Richmond line. Officers who responded yesterday afternoon found the single male victim with critical injuries near the community supermarket. The victim, according to police, was just walking through the area when he was approached by a gunman and shot. The victim was taken to a hospital but is now considered to be in stable condition. If you have any information about this shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000 or visit p3tips.com. Both methods are anonymous. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Barnes & Deal. Barnes & Deal has emerged as a highly respected family law firm over the past 3 decades with the resources, skills, and experience necessary to handle high-asset divorces and other complex family law matters across Virginia. To learn more, visit barnesfamilylaw.com, that's BARNES, or call 796-1000.